So, last time. So we looked at a roll through into outside Ashley. We then looked at last week. I didn't roll through him, and I ended up in the saddle on the same leg. So we're going to look at if I lose the knee line, options to take the back. So nothing's really changed. I'm in seated butterfly. I don't want Carl square in there when he tries to take that step. There's my distance maker. I don't want him certain on this side, so I can keep him on this side. He gets shin to shin. Nothing's changed. He get his hands on the mat, post on his far knee, elevate him. Once his hands is on the mat, I'm pulling to get inside control, and I make that wedge. Carl knows all the terrible things that can happen to him if he stays on his feet, so he drops to here, and he's three reactions. We looked at, one of them was he turns the knee and then he tries to pull his leg out. We looked at controlling that knee line, and then when Carl decided to roll, I rolled, and I ended up on outside action. Okay. We also looked last time how I didn't roll and I had saddle on the same side leg. Let's look at the scenario. Just going to combat base there, bro. Whereby Carl puts his hands in the mat and pulls the knee, and I've lost the knee line over here. Okay, what's happens a lot. There is a calf crank, but sometimes it's not very high percentage, and sometimes you'll hurt yourself doing it. Let's look at something more high percentage. So the second Carl pulls his knee out, I control the heel. I don't want him running that way. Then I sit up and I make a grip on the hip. And now from there, obviously the calf cranks here if I want it. To take the back, I'm going to fall onto my left side and I control his far foot. The problem is now, I can't take his back because Carl's right leg is stopping my hips coming up to here. So I just do it tightly to stand up. Plant my right foot on the mat, my left foot leg straightens as I move my hip back. So it's this movement here. And now I come up into the side right position. Good players will be turtled. We'll look at two fundamental ways of taking the back from here. So again, Carl will be making connection with his elbows to his knees. I'm going to push my right knee into that space, lock the seatbelt, and as I fall onto my right side, the goal is to get my bottom hook in first. Now, I'm on the back. Let's look at that again. So, playing the game, I get shin to shin, I get his hands on the mat, I go straight into my single leg exposition. Carl's here. Now whether Carl turns and pulls his leg out, or we looked at last time, I can turn Carl that way, but then he decides to pull his knee and I end up there. So that's what I want. I've got the inside of my left leg and the back of his right knee, and I've got the heel. So we just sit up and grab the hip. Find this, fall onto my side and plant my right foot on. I want the back. So now I got to remove his right leg. So from that planted right foot, I extend my left leg and move my left hip back, and watch what happens to his right foot. It goes in front of my hip. Then I butt scoop in, see the way my shin's over that leg, I don't want him rolling. So we're going to dig in for harness. We'll look at the next variation if I can't get that. There'll always be space. Even if he has inside positioning, okay, with his elbow on the inside, which is good jiu-jitsu, there'll always be space to get my knee in, and then I just push it to the mat. So now my knee has made a wedge between his right elbow and his right knee, and I dig for harness control. I want my sternum between the shoulder blades, and as I fall onto my right side, the goal is I meet my bottom hook, which is this. Once I have that, my choking arms on this side, I'll be looking to make a grip. Anyone that's under the whole straitjacket system, you can be immediately stuffing this arm, tying it up, bringing this behind, and now from there I can be looking for my choke game, just from combat base, bro. So, from our position, here, maybe Carl turned and pulled his leg out and he ended up there. I don't want him running away from me. First thing is, I build a base from my shoulder to my elbow and I find that hip. Okay? Once I'm there and I fall back down, grab his leg, put my foot on the mat, extend my left leg and move my hip back. So again, let's just say I got that knee in. I'm looking for harness, but Carl's just so tight I can't get it. So that's the case. My left foot steps in between his legs. We went from upper body attack to lower body attack. I grab the shin. We can get into the truck or the back from this position. Just sit back, put the car towards me, use my left foot, pull in my hip. Options there now to leg press to get his back off the mat. We're in the same scenario. Again. So, seated butterfly. Get his hands on the mat, and drops to combat base. I lose the knee line. See, even from there, I have the butt scoop back. That's your first control position there. Heel and the shin in the back of his knee. Now I need to control the hip, okay, because I have to let go of this heel. So it's always you're replacing a grip with another grip. So once I sit up, I have that. Now I don't need this, but I want this. Now I butt scoop back, come up. That's my first, on both variations, I want to get this knee in. Whether I get this and I don't get it, my foot goes between his legs, grab the shin, and as I sit back and bring car over the top of the knee, I use my left foot to get my hook in. Obviously you can get into the whole truck and calf cranks and stuff from there, but you just keep it simple. Can I get it on his back? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No. Why? His back's on the mat, so we got to get his back off the mat. So I leg press, now his back's off the mat. I control the hip. As this comes under, I haven't got alignment. My sternum's pointing to the ceiling. I need it pointing into the card's back. So watch, I put my foot on the mat, a shrimp gives me alignment. Okay? And now from this position, I can start tying up the arm, getting on the back. Time on that one, bro, just from combat piece. Here, maybe I turned hard, lost the knee line. Replace that grip with this, control this, foot scoot back, get this knee line in, step through, use this pass